It's hard to believe that something can grow in the desert, if you really think about it. The temperatures here get to be, and here I mean Las Vegas, the temperatures can push close to 120. But stuff actually does grow out here. And today, I am headed to a place that grows stuff, grows vegetables. Welcome back to Nick's Adventrex. Today, I am headed to a place known as Gilcrease Orchard. And it is a farm in the Las Vegas Valley where you can go and pick your own fruits and vegetables. And I'm headed there to see what things I can pick. And right here at the corner of Grand Teton and Tenaya, you can see that here's the beginning of the orchard. Whatever crop this is, I think that must be some sort of a fruit tree. On their website, they list what it is that they have available for picking, and oh wow, it's kind of busy. So there's Gilcrease Orchard right there, and then over here there's a good amount of parking. They're pretty busy today. So if you come to Gilcrease and you want to do your own picking, you're going to need a few things. And those things are, number one, you're going to need sunscreen, so don't forget that. Number two, bring water. You want to bring gloves because you're going to get your hands dirty. You're going to be picking your own vegetables. You might bring garden shears. And since I'm picking beets, I'm going to need something to dig those beets out of the ground with. And I bought my goofy but highly effective gardening hat. I love it because I can put it on and my ponytail or my braid doesn't get in the way. And then also bring a bag to put your harvest in. So that's what I'm about to do. Headed out with all my stuff. So let's go pick some stuff, beets or herbs or I don't know, whatever they got.
Leonard and Elda Gilcrease moved from Reno to Las Vegas in 1921 with their two sons, Ted and Bill, not to be confused with Bill and Ted, and established the Gilcrease Ranch. Over the years, the Gilcrease Ranch raised chickens and turkeys they sold to the townsfolk and the military base close by. They grew assorted crops, including alfalfa, and eventually owned more than 1,500 acres of land, cultivating about 200 acres. Ted showed a greater interest in farming and took over the management of the ranch and their land holdings while Bill pursued his interest in art and birds. They both contributed time and land for the development of the orchard during the 1970s. Ted eventually decided to stop alfalfa production and focus on an orchard accessible to the community. For nearly 50 years, Valley residents have enjoyed 60 acres devoted to what Ted called his pick and pay orchard. In 1997, Ted Gilcrease created the Gilcrease Orchard Foundation to help preserve the land we're on today. The two brothers' dream was to provide a place where families can come to sample the life that Ted and Bill grew up with. Through this nonprofit organization, they provide recreational and educational experience, teaching children where our food comes from. Throughout the growing season, there are varying crops available to harvest here, so it's always a good idea to check the Gilcrease website to see what they have available for picking. I have a link below to their website. On this visit, they have a lot of leafy greens and root vegetables to harvest. One of those crops I'll be taking advantage of is beets. Beets are kind of a two-for-one deal because not only are the beets themselves delicious, so are the beet greens, which I'll likely saute just as you would spinach. The mountain in the distance that I'm walking in the direction of is Gas Peak. This is the same mountain that we camped nearby in my Desert National Wildlife Refuge video.
This is why you need the gloves, because if you're going after these beets, you have to dig them out. And the side that I'm digging right, I really want to get to these because these are those golden beets. Okay, I think it's time to... I feel like I'm on an expedition.
I believe I meant to say excavation, because I did feel like I was unearthing some valuable treasure here.
Oh, I think I got it. Eureka.
It really is a lot of fun picking your veggies here at Gilcrease. However, I'm happy to be doing this in late April. In fact, I'm actually here on their opening day for the 2023 picking season. Being that this is Las Vegas, the further in spring and eventually summer, the temps heat up and the picking isn't as fun.
This is a really great place to take your kids so that they can learn about where your food comes from.
Another thing to mention is that they are only open Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays to the public, and only from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. I imagine this is because of the heat of the day, and they likely limit the picking windows to help the farm from getting overpicked. Did you know that bok choy produces flowers? I had no idea, but that is what these honeybees are pollinating, bok choy flowers. I have to say these little bees were wonderful to watch, and they let me get close to them without seeming to mind my presence.
So as the weather warms up, there'll be more crops available to be picked. But right now there's no fruits that are available. It's just mainly stuff that root vegetables and leafy greens. They had radishes. I didn't see that on their website, but I did pick a few. And look at that view. Hard to believe this is Las Vegas. Picking vegetables with a view of Mount Charleston.
It's been an amazing snow year. To see that much snow on Mount Charleston into spring is a rare sight. One of the new additions to the orchard this year is they have a chef making breakfast burritos. I'm walking in the direction of their outdoor restaurant right now. On this visit, while I did try to get one, the line was pretty long, so I opted against. But on another visit, I'd like to taste one of their food offerings.
So that's Gilcrease Orchard, and they do sell eggs. I believe they've got chickens here too, and they sell olive oil, and they sell peanut butter and honey and all sorts of good stuff that they produce here on the farm. I think they also have educational classes here or internships, but it's a great place, and it does have some history.
Thanks for joining me on this visit to Gilcrease Orchard. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're not already, please subscribe. Every single subscription means a lot to this little channel I call Nick's Adventrex. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next adventure.